For businesses that are operating under or having concrete plans, for example, contracts in hand, to operate in an overcapacity mode in terms of space inadequacy related to property, they should be assisted if they cannot afford to buy new properties due to over-gearing or for whatever reasons. How can we do that? Here are some proposals. Number one, we can provide bridging loan with ease terms and conditions. Number two, we can provide a special SPEG interest rate. Third, we can facilitate the purchase or some sort of joint venture with those with too much property space to spare. Fourth, we can convert the land or property title into commercial title under a fast-track arrangement, because we know that a lot of agricultural land are not productive. Last but not least, number five, if property expansion is not possible, then at least allow a 1.5 deduction on all rental costs for 3 to 6 months, provided of course that the occupational safety and health aspects and requirements are fulfilled during the period of space cramp. Moving forward, on cost control, for businesses that are operating under or having concrete plans, for example, again with contracts in hand already, to operate in an overcapacity mode in terms of technology and infrastructural inadequacy. Two solutions, two proposals. To provide a special SPEG interest rate in the acquisition of new technology and infrastructure, and to allow a double deduction on initial assessment. Other proposals in helping the SME to manage their costs can also include the following: allowing only a 50% depreciation add back instead of a full add back in the tax competition. Now, this is equivalent to an effective 6 months reprieve. Set a threshold for tax exemption on general insurance for assets that are contributing for generating economic activities. It could be another proposal: double deduction on the interest portion during the moratorium period for businesses who takes up the moratorium as a form of compensation for future interest levied. Now, the other cost component is salary, the most tricky component among all the fixed costs, of course with some variable elements in it. Why? Because salary is not the best indicator and correlation for productivity and performance, but yet a cost that we have to bear regardless of the business turnover and profitability. Any fiscal remedy must be productive and not merely on a sympathetic basis, although it should be. Giving free money is just a temporary reprieve, but this will not ensure and empower people to have economic values and to stand on their own feet. Few proposals on handling and assisting in lowering the impact of manpower cost. 1. To promote productive manpower and trusting that the employers will compensate performing employees, a triple deduction is proposed on the portion on all salary increment and bonuses. Next, the Ministry of Human Resources, MOHR, can assist in talent and manpower capacity mapping and bridging to facilitate job transfer and reassignment to other businesses or industries. A one-off sum can be offered as a deductible expenses for businesses taking up this, what I call the talent bridging. Other fixed operating costs that we need to bear to stay in existence regardless of whether we have business or not are these, which includes maintaining supporting departments such as accounts and finance, human resources, IT or information technology, legal, system compliance, and of course, procurement. This is an important component to ensure that productive SME businesses remain in existence and not going bust just because they didn't manage to turn around due to short-term lapses and incompetencies. Few proposals here, or 3 proposals to be exact. COVID-19 can be a crisis character, which I mentioned earlier, and if it is viewed positively. It redefines how we do business away from the traditional approaches. Work from home is one major change, forced to adopt, but will not be easily shared once the business owners enjoy the positive outcomes. Few positive outcomes can include the reduction of fixed costs, some of course with variable elements, such as cost of space, rental or leased, cost of equipment rental, utilities, stationery, and etc. Now, therefore, to promote effective work from home, WFH, double deduction can be offered to all expenses incurred to set up WFH facilities and infrastructures. Those working from home with official letters from the employers can be used to apply for free internet upgrade to support the additional speed and bandwidth requirements at home. Additional allowances for those working from home, to me, is of least relevant if it's not totally irrelevant. Why? Because employees now enjoy greater savings from fuel, toll, and time cost of traveling to and fro work, including longer time with family. Now, to promote BPO, or business process outsourcing, the new era of economy is, of course, we are looking at microlization. Gone are the days where different companies, different entities, through merger and acquisitions, they grow bigger and bigger and bigger non-stop. These days, in the new era, everyone wants to be their own bosses. It is also becoming more effective, specifically for routine support functions with the advancement of technology. Hence, businesses spending on classified BPO can be offered double deduction for the first 3 to 6 years, depending on the industry. One important success factor for work from home is the monitoring system. This is to appease the traditional business mindset that I want to see your face because I pay your salary. This is the mindset that we have. Now, hence, businesses that adopt the best practices in work from home as well as using technological interventions can enjoy a one-off work from home implementation deduction. In the era of e-commerce, logistics and supply chain is the backbone of the economy. Businesses expanding into classified e-commerce activities, both in primary and secondary supply chain, can enjoy special reprieves such as one-off e-commerce intervention fund or deduction, bridging loans, or even matching grants. So what I have shared and said so far is in terms of assistance from the government for the SME in helping reducing the cost of doing business. Now, how about the flip side of it? The value of business. Business value can be interpreted intangibly or tangibly. Tangible business value is straightforward, referring to the sales and turnover monetary value. Business intangible value refers to the value of branding, goodwill and reputation, intellectual property, and etc. Now, in times of crisis like COVID-19 now, direct components have to be targeted to bring in immediate monetary outcome. Now, what are those proposals? Here are some that we can consider. Stimulating sales and turnover must be the priority. Business performance in terms of sales depends on the following strategies and, of course, the proposed stimulus. New market penetration. SME must be encouraged to penetrate into new market. With this, we can provide a matching grant. New product or R&D, research and development, product innovation. To promote this, we can propose a matching grant. International market retention. This is very important because we want to empower our SME to go globally. Now, to enhance that international market retention and also penetration, a certain percentage or a maximum percentage of the total profit taxable deriving from international trade can be a one-off deduction. Campaign and publicity. We can offer a one-off maximum sum. Price gap competition, something that all business owners faces, the competition of price. A certain percentage reprieve of the differential sum incurred to maintain the businesses can be given as a fiscal policy. And last but not least, business value has also got a lot to do with service level quality. Now with this, the government can arrange and organize more campaign via the NPC National Productivity Center with handsome cash prizes. Now to promote corporate care and social responsibility, businesses donating or contributing directly to the COVID-19 related funds or directly to the registered poor can have a full deduction from the tax payable and not income taxable, up to a threshold of not more than a certain percentage of the total taxable. Last but not least, business value also lies primarily on the level of talents and manpower quality. Now this is different from the grants and financial assistance aplenty for the vocational sector. Hence, to promote and spearhead towards knowledge economy, which is now the best time to do that, classified knowledge economy and related businesses can enjoy special matching grants for talent upgrading. This includes professional firms, consultancy, trainers, coaches, advisories, so on and so forth. Now I hope these ideas can be considered in empowering Malaysia towards greater heights socially and economically. And these ideas are not exhaustive, as we have not even touched on the sector-specific strategies and mechanisms that require a task force and probably better think tanks at the PMO or the Prime Minister office level to ensure better coordination, realization, and haste. Thank you very much. Stay safe, stay alert, stay healthy.